I'm SandiWarner with Warner Realty Group, and today we're going to talk about a term called post-closing occupancy. Sometimes you might hear this referred to as rent back. What's it mean? Post-closing occupancy is a term we're seeing a lot in the 2021 real estate market, and we've seen it before depending on what the scenario is. A post-closing occupancy, the definition is when the seller of a property is going to rent that property back from the buyer after closing. And there's some pros and cons to that. The pros right now are the flexibility for the seller. Many sellers are trying to sell their home and capture the equity in the very, very high market that's right now, but they don't have their next place ready. Another thing that this can do is be a great tool for buyers. So buyers, knowing that sellers need this flexibility, might offer post-closing occupancy as a way to make their offer stand out. There's a couple cons to post-closing occupancy. Number one is liability. There are pretty rigorous agreements that can be drawn up. Most closing attorneys know how to do this, that really lay out the terms. The difficulties come in, how do you inspect the property? Because if you think about it, if you're renting, you know what the property looks like before the tenant goes in. In a post-closing occupancy, you don't. It's the seller. And number two, it can be problematic for a buyer if they are financing. Certain types of loans do require occupancy. VA loans are a good example of that. And the third con is the role reversal. It can be very difficult for a seller to understand that they no longer own that property and to be a good tenant, right? Because they think that they're doing the buyer, who's now the landlord, a favor. So post-closing occupancies are a great tool. They do need to be used carefully. You need to get good advice if you're going to do that. And if we can answer any questions for you, give us a call. Warner Realty Group, making the complex simple.